Welcome everybody back to another episode of Deep South Trucking. I'm Tim Schmidt. As you can see, today we are in Viper's 389. I'll kind of explain what's going on here in a minute, but here's the outside of the truck. It's kind of got like a black and chrome theme going to it. As you can see, I'm not using the thin blue line skin anymore. Not that I wasn't sick, not that I was sick of it, not that I didn't like it. I just wanted to switch it up. I did put this truck back on, and this is how I customize it, and I love the way this thing's looking right now. I'm using the 73-inch sleeper versus the 60-inch, which I'd use for the thin blue line. I've got a load selected. We're going to get out, we're going to pick that load up, and I'll kind of explain what's all going on, what changes I've made, and things like that. So, got it in gear. Get out here, get the load, and get on our way. Alright, so we just picked up the load. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this out of here, honestly. Oh, it looks like I can back up a little bit, actually. So we'll try and back up a little bit, see if I can make this corner. It's going to be fun. But here's the truck with the trailer. Let's drop the third axle, because this is heavy haul. And, yeah, we're going to get this out of here. We're going to get on the road. And, yeah, and then I'll get to talking about some of the changes that's been made. Alright, so we got the trailer out. No issues there, really. Just had to do a little bit of maneuvering, but we got it. So as you can see, I'm running doubles of the... looks like dump trailers, I guess is what you would call them. That's one of the mods that I picked up. Was running doubles of those. I had a new trailer skin mod with 200-something different trailer skins. And it had 12 or 15 different new loads, and I was gonna leave that on to kind of show the different loads or the different skins, but I think I had it set too high in my priorities, and so that's like all I had was box trailers, and I didn't want to run box. I wanted to do something heavy, especially since I got this 389 back out. So I wanted to do something heavy, so I ended up just taking that off. I may move it down in the priority list and see if that changes anything. But for now, we're just going to roll with this. I like this. This is one of the mods that I've been wanting to try out. I did get a new, like, it's a special load, heavy haul that I put on. That I have on, actually. I was really hoping to run one of those, but I saw one, but I didn't like where it was going. So I picked this instead. I was actually doing one, and I was recording a load. It was like staircases. I can't think of the name. I had the name. I can't remember what it is now. But the load was just a pain in my ass. I got stuck underneath a bridge. I hit traffic. I ended up quitting the load. I didn't like it, and I won't do it again. Hopefully, I don't get the same results from all the other trailers inside the mod. I may end up just taking that mod out altogether. Hopefully, some of the other trailers are a little bit better than that one trailer that I had. Alright, we need to get over. Let's see if traffic will let us over. There we go. But actually, last time we met, I was actually rolling... I had a Canada run, and I got bored one night, and I updated Canada Dream, Viva Mexico, and Coast to Coast. I even tried to put on Hawaii, but my game crashes every time that I load in with Hawaii activated. So I need to play around with that some more when I get a chance. So that's why we're not going to Canada. That's why we're not in the Volvo anymore. That's why. So the Volvo is still on. As you can see, AI still rolling around in the Volvo truck. Don't mind the red where the wheels are supposed to be. They'll actually show up once we get closer like they just did. So that's why we're not going to Canada anymore. This load's actually going to take us to Raton, New Mexico, which is like one of the 3 towns in New Mexico that I haven't been to yet, surprisingly. I also put in a mod for AI to have heavy haul loads, and I ended up having to do a new traffic, AI traffic mod as well with it. So you should see some of those rolling around on the highways and whatnot. So we'll keep an eye out for those, and I'll point those out as we go. And I think that's about it for all the mods that I've done to this. I don't think I swung it far enough. I'm gonna hit the light. We're just barely gonna clear it. Wow. I have a bigger motor in this truck. Last time I had the 389, I think I had like 600 horsepower motor. Now I've got 875 horse, I think is what it is. So these hills we should have no issues with this time around. I was actually going to try and do an episode of LSPDFR today, but GTA 5 decided they wanted to update. Oh, come on, car. I was already headed over. Let me over. AI traffic, I swear. Anyways, so I was trying to do a video of LSPDFR because I had made some changes on there. I had actually gone to an all-red setup for the sheriff's office right now. I had figured out how to do it. I actually got a fire chief truck, and I modded it, or I reskinned it, and then I had modded the light bar so I like it, so it's all red. I did that the same. I modded, or I fixed a light bar on an Explorer with a Valor light bar, and it's all red now as well. The entire vehicle is red. It's not just the light bars. All lights flash red or white. So I was really hoping to show that off, but there's been updates to GTA 5. I was able to update Rage Hook plugin, but I've got to wait to update Script Hook and then all the mods that are going to follow it. I think that's the issue that I'm running into right now. I haven't really looked into it too much. Give it a few days, wait for Script Hook to update to match Rage Hook, and then we'll go from there. And then hopefully I can get a video uploaded with the all reds. Some changes made within the community. I'm no longer the sheriff of Blaine County. I've resigned. I've stepped down. Initially was because I was going to be working 2 jobs, putting in almost 70 hours a week. Job that I'm at, I'm actually going to end up leaving it and going to another job that has more consistent work, because the job that I'm at now, I started last Monday, and I've only worked 4 days. And, I mean, you know, that's fine and dandy that they don't have work for me, but my creditors aren't really going to care. They're going to want their money, so I've got to do what pays the bills. So I've got a fencing job that I'm going to end up doing. Hopefully I get a call from them either today or next week sometime, and I can start that and get to doing that, and it pays a little bit more, so I won't really have to work 2 jobs. On top of that, there will be a lot of overtime, a lot of long hours, a lot of manual labor, which is something that I prefer. I'm a mechanic by trade. I've been a mechanic, so getting to do something like that make me a little bit happier. This other job is insurance. I go out and do insurance surveys. I measure houses. I take pictures of them, and it's not a bad job. It's just not exactly for me. All the while, I'm still going through the hiring process with BNSF. I've had a few appointments for them this week, and me and my wife are kind of talking about our options with that, because we're hearing that, you know, getting on with BNSF is great, but going on furlough as soon as I get out of training is something that's kind of making us a little bit nervous. You know, I've already been out of work for 6 months. I don't need to go work for them for 4 months. It would be 15 weeks, so closer to 5 months, and then turn around and go right back on, you know, being unemployed. Not necessarily unemployed. I'd still be employed with them, but waiting for them to call me up and say, hey, you can come work now. So we're trying to get more information on that and see if that's going to be the best decision for us. If not, I think I still have a few more opportunities with the Montana Air National Guard to get on full time that I think I have a really good shot at. So we're just kind of seeing what happens and just kind of taking it day by day, if you will. The big thing is just getting me working in a steady job so that way I can start getting these bills paid. So as you notice, AI traffic's a little bit different. I'm actually using a realistic traffic mod where it uses realistic cars. So there you've got the Ford Taurus, the Chevy Bolt, or Volt I think is up there. It's real cars, not kind of like knockoff cars that SCS has put into the game, so that way they don't have to try and get licenses. I just have the mod for them now instead. Slow down. Man, this truck is pulling these trailers, no issues. I'm loving this. We haven't ran across any heavy haul trailers yet for AI traffic. I was really wanting to show that off. I want to find a realistic train mod, but I can't find any updated ones that work with, where I think we're on version 1.3 for ATS. I think ATS and ETS are both on 1.3. I think SCS had wanted to make them both on the same versions. So I think we're on 1.3. And I can't find any trains that go along with it. So that way you can have, you know, you don't run into railroad crossings very much. I know there's one up in Flagstaff that we run into, and then there's one up in Nevada that you come across also. And so I'd love to find one where it's got, you know, 60, 70, 80 cars, and so you're actually waiting for a minute before you can get going again. So yeah, back to I resigned as sheriff of Blaine County Sheriff's Office. I'm still with DSJ. Right now I'm just kind of holding the rank of deputy. They're not going to strip me of any of my specialties, if you will, my tags. Like, I'm still sharpshooter, still pursuit qualified, still canine, still FTO. I'm just kind of holding deputy because I'm not able to get on in patrols more, so you won't see as many of those videos. So hopefully you enjoyed like the 6 that I've put up. I've got one more I need to put up as well. So, you know, even my video recording is going to start to come to a slow, especially when I start working for this fencing job and I'm working my ass off. But they will be there eventually. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. The Instagram updates are going to take me a little bit longer, especially since I'm not able to make patrol much. I'm going to have to really rely on the community to help get me some pictures, so that way I can get them up and get them up there and updated for you guys, so you guys can enjoy those and continue to see what DSJ is all about. Hopefully inspire some of you to either come join DSJ or build a computer and come join DSJ. So yeah, holding deputy. I'm hoping that I can at least make patrol at least once to twice a week, and I will be recording those nights. If there's no patrol, then I'll do, you know, ATS, or I'll do LSPDFR once I finally get it all updated. So it's gonna be a balancing thing, kind of, you know, and also spending time with my family if I'm gonna be working so much. If I end up going full-time guard, then things will go back to normal. I won't need to work 2 jobs. I won't be working long hours. So that there's always that. But, you know, we'll see what the future holds. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. So a little bit about the updates with, like I said, I updated Canada during Viva Mexico and Coast to Coast. what was updated in Coast to Coast looks like there's a little bit more in Texas. You see a little bit more roads. I think there was like 2 highways that went through Texas. So maybe we'll get a run over there and we can kind of check out Texas a little bit more. I'm betting it's more detailed now, like Florida is. Canada, it looks like it goes further north. It kind of looked like before, if you watch like some of the previous videos, looks like it kind of had like the southern part of Canada covered. Now it looks like you can go pretty much all the way north to of Canada. So I want to check that out too, kind of go to some of the northern territories of Canada. Viva Mexico, I didn't notice anything. I haven't really looked at it too much. All these mods I haven't really looked at too much. I just threw them in and got on the road, really. So maybe there's some more towns that I can go to in Mexico. So we'll have to check that out as well and see. As you can see, there is an AI with a heavy haul trailer, like I was kind of explaining earlier. One of the mods that I had brought into the game. This is one thing that I said before, is I'd love to see AI hauling heavy, and now with this mod I have it, and I think it's pretty damn cool to see AI hauling heavy loads as well. And they get all the trailer configs that we get, so it's not like they're limited to, you know, just 1 or 2. They can have them, I think it's called Jeeps and Dollies is what it's called. I call them Dollies. They have the different trailer configs with the different Jeeps and Dollies in different places. So that's a really neat mod as well. Highly suggest that one. I got that one off of atsmods.lt, I think is the website. It's not on the Steam Workshop. I wish it was. I wish all these mods that I use were on the Steam Workshop. I kind of trust it a little bit more, but you know, it's the nature of the beast. So there's that. I'm kind of starting to look into new editing software. My recording software is just fine. I don't think that I need to, you know, upgrade that or update it or get new recording software. But my editing software, right now I use like the most basic editing software I can, which is Windows Movie Maker. I can crop or cut, you know, sections out that I want. I can merge them, and I can add in text, and that's really about all I can do. So I want to try and find one that's a little bit more sophisticated. I want to try and find one on the free end right now, as money's tight. Maybe down the road, I just, you know, I keep using what I use now, and then down the road I get something a little bit more advanced. You know, spend $50, $100, whatever, and get something that's a little bit more advanced and gets, you know, a little bit, I can do a little bit more with. Like, I'd love to buy that intro that I have. I love the intro, but I want to buy it so that way I don't have the watermark on it. Also, I want to buy it in 1080p versus the 720 that I have it in now. I've also kind of been thinking about adding music to it, because it is kind of quiet. I just don't really know, with YouTube, I don't really know what I can add on and what I can't without it getting flagged, because I don't want to, you know, add it on, have it be my only intro. I may end up making 2 if I do this, but I don't want to add it onto a video, spend the, you know, hour or so, whatever it takes me to upload it, and then it gets flagged, and now I you know, spend all that time editing the video and whatnot, and I can't use it, or I have to change the intro so that way I can use it. So I want to try and figure out their rules on the copyright and all that crap, so that way I can put a song in with it. I don't really know what yet. I'll have to kind of go through, you know, what I have and just kind of look around and see what music there is that I can add to it that also conforms to YouTube's copyright deal, their regulations and their rules and whatnot. Alright, so we're rolling into New Mexico now, and we've got to stop. Alright, so we need to get over. We need to get over quick, but this car's not letting me. There we go. I don't know why he was doing 30 miles per hour on the highway. I, I really hate AI traffic sometimes. I wish that that's something that would be addressed, is just the sheer stupidity of AI traffic. So we'll get this thing weighed and we'll get back out. Curious as what to see this weighs. I didn't even look. I just kind of just got on the road and got going. I like that you have trucks over there. I wish there was a rest stop. Like, look at that. You have, like I've talked about before, the lack of rest stops. That's one of them. That could be a rest stop, but it's not. Let's get this inspection done. See where we're at. £117,000. Not bad. Definitely not the heaviest I've ever pulled, but it's definitely up there. As you can see, I didn't mention before, there's my beautiful wife on her phone, like always. I got the picture of me and my family, is what I'm calling it. That's obviously not us, but you know what, hey, kind of matches. Oh god, looks like we got a nice little traffic jam coming on up here. This mod that I put in with the AI traffic density is what it is. That's the mod that I had to use to get the heavy haul for AI trucks. They had to change the density, which I think they made it more dense. And some points you can just really see how the density of AI traffic has been stepped up. He's not going. I thought he was. Also, I'm getting close to half a tank, so next time I get the opportunity to stop, I'm gonna. Like I said, I try to keep truck above half a tank. While we're waiting, I can kind of show some of the features of the truck. So it's lowered. I've got the liftable axle, as you can see, right there behind the right fuel tank. I've got a APU. I've got a headache rack. I've got, 2 giant stacks. As you see right there in the grill, I have the Peterbilt that's flashing with the turn signal. I'm betting that once I turn on the lights, it'll stay on all times, which I think is pretty damn cool. Alright, so finally we're getting rolling. I got the air freshener inside the truck, Red Bull, because I love Red Bulls. And, I forgot what the interior was like. It was like tan or a light gray or something. Now it's black and charcoal. I think it looks really slick. So, we're going to get this thing up to speed. We'll get it back on cruise and keep on going down the road. Hopefully get some gas for it here before too long. Just because I don't like rolling underneath half a tank. It looks like we got a little accident up here. I don't know if it's weird. I imagine there's just AI traffic being AI traffic, but fuck, put us at a standstill. Sometimes, like I said, I wish how the AI was. I wish that would be addressed and fixed, because it is just fucking ridiculous sometimes. Alright, so we're pulling off. We're going to get some diesel. We're going to get back on the road. As far as like time to rest, here, since we got a few seconds. So we got 4:39 till we drop, and we've got 4:50 till we need to rest. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go all the way. We're going to say fuck it, and we're just going to drop it, and then we'll rest afterwards. With stopping here, it's going to put us at a little bit closer time crunch, but I think it'll be okay. It's not like we're going to be going 2-3 hours after we're supposed to have stopped to rest. We're just gonna... It'll be, you know, I'd say maybe an hour at game time, depending on how much time I can make back up once we get filled up and get back on the road. We've been to this truck stop a few times. It's the one that's at like a casino. Just trying to make sure that the trailer is going to clear. We'll get in this lane just to abide by traffic laws. We do need to get over. What in the... See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. AI just fucking... They don't know what they're doing. We'll turn our blinker on so that way hopefully one of these trucks will let us over. Go ahead and throw lights on. It's getting dark. I was going to wait till we filled up, but we're not going to have that option. We'll get over. I think this Kenworth behind, or this Peterbilt behind us is going to let us over. Or I'm going to force him to let us over. We'll thank him though. I think he's just swinging it out. No, they go and they wreck. God damn it. Okay, there we go. So they're going to get going again. What is he doing? See, AI is just fucking retarded. One of the things I did change in my game, not that it really matters to anything else. What is he doing? Okay. I didn't know that it did that. But one of the things I changed in my game, not that it really matters to anything else. Wow. Did you guys see that box trailer just pop up in the air? I ended up getting rid of all my company drivers. I got rid of all my garages, all my trucks except for a T680. So I have 3 trucks now, which is the 389, the Volvo, and the T680. Those are the only trucks that I have now. They're going to be my personal trucks. I will switch between them, between different episodes. And I don't know, I have $45,000 in the bank right now, and no reason to have that much. I have no reason to have, you know, 200 drivers in my fleet when I don't need all this money. So I kind of got rid of them just to kind of get rid of all this extra money that's going around. If later down the road SCS makes the money more reason to have the money, then I'll worry about bringing in drivers again. But as of right now, there's really no reason. Okay, I guess we're going the wrong way, but you know what? They're going to get over it. Because I'm not going to try and swing this thing around. But for now, we're just going to kind of, you know, roll with just us. And, you know, just kind of keep it that way. I wonder why it's doing the reds where the wheel should be and why they go off when you get closer. I wonder if it has to deal with this mod that I'm using now, the doubles, because it affects those trailers, and those are the only trailers that do that. So that might be what it is. Yeah, as you can see, 45,000 or 45 million. I have nowhere to spend that money. So we'll just keep it for now, and then, you know, later down the road, hopefully SCS does something with this ungodly amount of money that I have. I may buy another garage and throw 5 drivers in it, but I'm definitely not going to have the like 25 garages I had with the 125 different drivers I had. That was a little bit overkill. I was just bored and just adding people. Now I got bored again and I got rid of them. Because there's no reason to have them. I'm going to check the front of the truck out while we're driving just to see what it looks like. Oh, that looks good. I like that. This is a beautiful truck. I'm kind of glad I came back to it. And I'll use all 3. I'll use the 389, I'll use the T680, and I'll use the Volvo. I'd like to get back out to doing long runs again, but between my limited ability to play and me updating the damn game so much, yeah, I just don't know. It's gonna be rough, but you know, I'll get a schedule figured out, and then we'll make it work. Looks like we're gonna clear. We'll get back out on the highway, and we'll keep on getting it down the road. I hadn't been to Raton, New Mexico yet, like I had mentioned before, so this is going to be a journey for both of us. So kind of excited. I haven't seen it yet, which I thought I had seen everything in New Mexico, but I guess not. Oh, I need to get over. I forgot. I thought this was one of those ones where it curls you into the highway. Nope, I got a light I gotta get through. Which this is pretty tight, so this is gonna be fun. But we'll get it. We always do. I wonder why the steering radius isn't the greatest on this truck. I don't know if it's because it's lowered, so the wheels don't have as much room to turn. If it wasn't lowered, I don't know. So alright, so check out these beautiful lights. This is something that you do see in Albuquerque. Let's see, we'll go to third person so you can kind of see it. This is something that you do see there. I think that that's pretty damn cool. Those lights are really beautiful, and I love that they added that little piece into the game. Just kind of makes it more realistic and looks pretty damn cool. So we're headed north. I bet we have about 2 hours or so. I'll check once I get up to speed. 2 hours till we're in our drop off. 2 hours game time, of course, not 2 hours real life. So yeah, hope everybody's had, you had a great week. Hope you're gonna have a great weekend ahead of you. So we got 3 hours. We've got, pretty big plans. We're going down to Billings, Montana, where my wife's 2 oldest boys it's the Montana Open for wrestling. So we're gonna go down there and we're gonna go watch that. Really excited about that. It was pretty fun last year. Kind of a long day. I think we got there like 8, and we didn't leave till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. We're gonna go down Friday. We'll be back Sunday. So we got, it's gonna be a fun-filled weekend. Just checking our time and how much we have left versus how much we have till drop. Like I said, it's probably gonna be about an hour or so unless we make up some time here. But looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. As I've mentioned before, the boys they're great wrestlers. So it should be a good weekend. Nice little weekend, get out of town, get out of the house. It's been a while. It's been Christmas is the last time we got out and stayed somewhere else. Gotta drop down. So we're looking forward to kind of getting out of town again. It's been a few months, so it should be a lot of fun. So that last trailer that I was telling you that I was trying to haul, it was scaffolding. That was what it was called, and I picked it up in Tucson. I did a quick run of I think it was a reefer down from Phoenix to Tucson. Picked up the scaffolding, and I was trying to take it up to somewhere in Nevada, just north of Las Vegas. And the trailer's so big, the spawn point is so ridiculous. It was, and I don't know, I'll have to show you guys next time I'm near one. But it was like a construction, where in the construction zone, you can pick up and drop off a trailer. So I'll have to show you guys that at some point. But so I go and I pick it up, and it literally took, and I was going to cut this part of the video out, but it took me like 20 minutes just backing up and going forward and maneuvering and manipulating the trailer so that way I could get out. It was insane on how long it took me. And I should have known from that point that trailer was going to give me fits. I would, and you have where the trailer's at, you have where the truck, like where the scaffolding's at, and then it has like the invisible barrier to show like, hey, that's where the scaffolding's at. But it was like, no shit, like a foot out on each side. And so I would hit everything. I would hit AI traffic. I'd hit, Jersey barriers. I'd hit the most ridiculous things. And I'm like, I got plenty of clearance, but because it stuck out an extra foot with the invisible barrier, I was just hitting everything. And I was like, this is stupid. So finally I was like, all right, I'm done with this load. This one sucks. I hope that the modder eventually addresses that issue. This traffic density is also not meant for that big of a load. It's one where honestly I need to just sit in the middle of the road and drive. Sit between the two lanes and just go. I want to try some of the other trailers inside of that mod and see if they're all the same way or if maybe there's just that one. They've got different, I think it's, I don't remember how many, it's 8 I think, different loads. So it's, it's not all the same, it's not all, the same thing. They're not all the same shape either. So, maybe in the next few episodes I can load that up and load up one of those and haul those down the road so you can see that. The picture of when I got the mod was of a cylinder. It looked about the size of the bamboo that I had done. Maybe a little bit bigger. Just to give you an idea of what it was that, or what it is that I could potentially be hauling sometime soon. Alright, so it looks like we're starting to roll in Raton now. Like I said, I've never been here. Oh, let's dim lights. There we go. So we don't blind the other drivers. Like I said, I've never been here before. You'll even see the pop-up here in a second. Right there. Right on time. Raton discovered. I've actually got one more city in New Mexico that I need to discover. So maybe we'll try and get a load of that so I can discover that real quick. But, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I try to do different things so that way it's not the same thing each time. Even the trucks now. I want to keep one truck because I like doing that. But I just like all these trucks. I like driving all these different trucks. There's even a Cascadia that I think I'm going to try and get. A Freightliner Cascadia. So I just have, 4 different trucks and I just bounce between them each episode. But, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys watch all my other videos as well. Like I said, with the way things are going, it's gonna, my ability to record and upload is gonna kind of get, not scarce, but it's not gonna be as often or as much content as I do now, unfortunately. So, just bear with me. I will get stuff out. I do enjoy doing this, so there will be more out down the road. We're not too far from where we've got to drop. It's just up here off to the right. And then we'll drop it. And yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Like I said, I know I sure will. And thanks for watching. That'll end episode right there.